A mother decided to put her newborn daughter on a strict diet. The results were amazing. Shannon Cooper is a health and wellness coach. She has been living on a paleo diet for a very long time, and when she gave birth to her daughter, she decided to make her follow that diet too. Despite mass criticism, she continued putting her on that diet. Is it a good decision, or was going to lead her and her daughter in a big trouble? Well, things did change. The secret behind Shannon Cooper's amazing body is her healthy eating habits. Whoever stated that you are what you eat is absolutely right. Shannon Cooper very much believes in it. According to Shannon, food, just like other things, has two aspects, the positive and the negative. It either works as fuel or turns into a poison for the body if not used properly. So there is one more thing that Shannon believes in, and that is you are what you eat. Did you know this lesser popular belief plays a very vital role in keeping you in shape? Not only what you eat makes an impact on you, but also what your food ate has a part to play. For instance, free-kept hens lay eggs that have 19 times the omega-3 content than the imprisoned ones. Same is the case with the free-range cattle. Shannon Cooper has done her major in agricultural science. The subject is a branch of biology that specifically deals with the growth and treatment of plants that are consumed by humans. No need to say the knowledge she gained during her graduation helped her a lot in shaping her thoughts regarding food. When Shannon gave birth to her baby girl named Grace, just like every other mother, she decided to give her baby the best and healthiest life. However, her idea of the healthiest lifestyle was different a big time from other mothers. Her idea, whereas put some in disbelief, there were some who got highly offended by it. Being a health and wellness coach, Shannon knows a great deal about the food stuff along with their merits and demerits. She has had her entire life moving around the human body and their food requirements. That is why she knows very well what kind of food is good for humans or not. She got on paleo when she reached her adulthood, and now she was putting her own daughter on that diet, even when she was just an infant. As they say, with a bigger position comes bigger responsibilities. Shannon was all set to take the responsibilities of a mother. And when she brought her little angel to the world, she made a promise to herself. The baby girl was going to have a very extraordinary childhood. She had planned everything for her, from her wardrobe to her food. Shannon, who herself was very conscious about her food, decided to put her little angel on a strict diet. Well, just like you, her decision baffled many people. Who puts a newborn on a diet? Was the girl overweight? No, she wasn't. Shannon chose the paleo diet for her daughter. Shannon herself was on the paleo diet for a big part of her adult life. Shannon, who used to call herself gut health enthusiast, had decided to not feed her daughter foods that are overly processed. She also sidelined the preserved baby food. Instead of it all, she chose the healthy and natural food. The Paleolithic diet derives its name from the Paleolithic age. As the name suggests, in this diet the people eat food that the Paleolithic people used to eat. So the Paleolithic diet includes meat and fish in abundance, and also fresh vegetables and fruits. Shannon Cooper started following the diet in 2010 and is sticking to it since then. According to her, the diet has transformed her life completely. This diet is all about unprocessed and natural food. While adhering to a diet like this is an easy thing for a fully grown adult, but how an infant like Grace was going to respond to that was yet to be seen. Well, it is not that she adopted Paleolithic lifestyle all of a sudden. Shannon suffered from food allergies. The food that she used to take in never made her feel good. It felt more like a poison. The food was ailing her instead of filling her with energy. Consequently, she started looking for alternatives. She tried many different types of diets, but unfortunately, none of them worked for her. After exploring many options, Shannon finally tried a Paleolithic diet, and it worked wonderfully for her. Not only the diet ditches preservatives, processed foods, carbs, sugar, along with additives, the list of abstinence also includes dairy products, legumes, and grains. Shannon described, "I just got sick of not feeling great," she continued. "That had become my normal, and I decided that it wasn't going to be normal anymore." Now, this is what Shannon has to say about the diet, but what about the experts? What is their opinion? Let's find out. The experts speak about its pros and cons. Just like any other diet, this one too is a subject of many merits and demerits. Well, to begin with, the main purpose of the diet is to include food items in your meal that cavemen used to have. If we draw a comparison to the earlier men, were way healthier than us, and one of the main reasons behind it is their healthy eating habits. Cavemen used to eat more omega-3 fatty acids, unsaturated fat, protein, fiber, minerals, and vitamins than an average American. No doubt this diet helped them live a long life, but was it going to fit a baby of today's generation? So you must be wondering what could be the demerits of this great diet. Paleolithic ancestors were prone to numerous infections, diseases, parasites, and hardening of the arteries. As many other healthy food items like legumes, eating grains, and dairy foods are prohibited, that are extremely important for a body as they contain several vital nutrition. Keeping the pros and cons aside, the diet was doing magic for Shannon. Thanks to this amazing diet that the woman used to feel energized and fresh throughout the day. And it was only because of her unbreakable confidence in this diet that she decided to raise her child on it. Perhaps she forgot that her child was too small to get on a strict diet like this. Before going ahead on it, Paleo thought of consulting a doctor. The doctor, too, was taken aback by Shannon's decision. Her doctor had never heard of anything like this before, and most importantly, not many details were available on this topic. Consequently, the doctor suggested her not to go with it, at least not for a year. Shannon, who had planned to put her daughter on a diet from day one, was left confused, but she knew that going against the doctor would only pose problems. However, she continued the paleo diet, but made a very important exception. So the newborn Grace was going to be put on the paleo diet from day one with one exception. The baby girl would have breast milk. As infants can't consume meat and raw vegetables, Shannon would breastfeed her for the first few months. It was indeed a wise decision considering the delicate conditions of the infant. You may assume that every newborn baby who is put on this diet goes for breastfeeding, but too much to your surprise, that rarely happens. Usually people who put their kid on the Paleolithic diet make sure their kid does not have anything odd on their plate, even the milk. During the diet, Shannon had to consult the doctor. It is not that paleo does not have infant formulas. There are many paleo DIY infant formulas, but not necessarily they work fine for newborns. Celebrity chef Pete Evan went on to say that some of the formula even can cause permanent damage and possibly result in death. Fortunately, Chef Evans had made necessary changes in his recipes before the book got published in order to comply with the legal standards. The original recipe he had featured in his book had an extremely high amount of nutrients that would have proven fatal for infants. After having the baby off the breast milk, parents usually opt for factory-manufactured baby food, but the mother of baby Grace had different plans for her. She never supported the process much in a jar for children. She knew the importance of eating healthy and fresh, and so decided to provide the required nutrients to the baby with natural and healthy foods that she would be preparing on her own. Well, cooking food for children is not a new thing, but for someone like Shannon who was going to feed her child on a paleo diet, it sure was going to be a bit more difficult. And also, what if the paleo diet does not go well with the kid? Shannon cooked her meal in line to the paleo diet guidelines, but before having her on the paleo diet, she used to feed her healthy food. However, even during breastfeeding, she would feed her small bites of organic chicken and vegetables. No need to say the food made by Shannon Cooper used to be free of sugar, preservatives, and unnatural processing. Naturally, the food prepared by her was much healthier than the regular commercial baby foods. However, still, she had no idea how paleo diet was going to affect her baby. Thankfully, Shannon used to upload pictures of the meal that she used to prepare for her daughter on Instagram. In one picture, Grace is chewing on a piece of broccoli. It is indeed a big thing as children her age hardly put vegetables of this kind in their mouth. By the time Grace turned 13 months old, she had been consuming foods that were way healthier than the ones that adults eat. So for now, paleo was doing great with Grace, but was it going to be the same way in the long run? Do you want to know what type of food she was consuming at the age of a year? She used to eat sauerkraut, chia pudding, quinoa porridge. Ever heard a kid eating all this? Now here is what she never tasted. Grace has never in her life ever munched on foods that have carbs or sugars as its nutrients. It means there is a wide range of food that she has never tasted in her life. What does Grace think of it? Shannon says she loves it. However, it seemed normal in the beginning, but there is more to it. So how does Shannon know that paleo diet is actually good for her daughter? According to Shannon, the little Grace has fallen ill only once in her life. That too was a mild cold. Ordinarily, children get sick very easily. Her mother explains she spends a lot of time around other kids who are sick all the time, who have snotty noses, coughs, colds, but she doesn't pick it up. She believes the good health of Grace is all because of the paleo diet that she is following. But is it exactly the case? Many people would take her as an overprotective mother, but Shannon axes all those claims by saying that instead of securing her from her way, Shannon clarifies that it's certainly not because I'm shielding her from any of that stuff. She backs her statement by saying, I absolutely think a nutrient-dense diet is giving her a strong immune system. The paleo diet has impressed her to an extent that she even wrote a cookbook instructing her followers on how to prepare healthy meals. There is always an exception, and Shannon might sound very strict mother to you, but in reality she isn't. She says vegan, vegetarian, paleo, gluten-free, dairy-free, fat-free, carb-free, or any other food denomination in its entirety. She also opened up about her habit of picking bits and pieces from different food items. She explains, I take what I like from different food approaches and recipes and adapt it to suit what makes me feel good. After all, children can easily get bored with the same diet. And what about the day when Grace would break her diet? When she'll be eating out with her friends and birthday parties? Has Shannon prepared for that day? Though Shannon is having her daughter on the paleo diet, she knows that she wouldn't be following it all her life. Being a part of society, she can't keep to the paleo diet only. Shannon is aware of that and is well prepared for those days. She says if she eats a piece of bread, I'm not going to have a conniption. I'm not going to not let her go to kids' parties. She's going to go to kids' parties and eat what's there. But there are more things that Shannon needs to put her attention towards. What if Grace decides to take charge of her diet when she grows up? Shannon is positive that the diet she has put her daughter on is only going to help her in the future. She is even educating about its positive results to her daughter about the diet. And yeah, she would let her little angel make dietary decisions when she grows up. She knows there would be days when Grace would come home with her stomach full of cupcakes and other junk food. Everything has two sides, the positive one and the negative one. Shannon was getting feedback from all corners of the world. Some were positive and some were very negative. Shannon stands firmly by her parenting tactic, but there is a large group of people who consider her method extremely unfair and wrong. Many people did not like the idea of putting an infant on a strict diet. In fact, a large fraction of people who provided their feedback only criticized her. No doubt the criticism did bother Shannon a bit, but she was too confident to give a damn about them. Shannon has her own reservations. She criticized those parents who let their children munch on junk food and those with next to no nutritional content, but they all have a problem with her feeding her daughter a nutritional diet. She opened up, if you want to feed your kid one of the most nutrition-void pieces of nonsense ever, knock your socks off, but people think that it's offensive to eat a plate of vegetables over a piece of bread. That's bizarre. In no time, Shannon and her idea of putting her child on the paleo diet hit the news worldwide. There were some experts who too questioned her unusual parenting tactic. One of them was Dr. Rosemary Stanton, who not only spoke against the idea but also warned other parents from taking inspiration from it. She said, it's not usually a good idea to put a child on such a restricted diet, particularly when there are no valid grounds for it. She even went on to suggest Shannon add grains and legumes in Grace's diet. However, Shannon did not follow her suggestion completely. According to her, Grace is in her possibly best condition, and she could not have been healthier than this. Had she been on some other diet, she also clarified that everything that she feeds to Grace is nothing like weird, and everyone eats that. She said, what Grace eats now is not weird or anything that normal people wouldn't eat. She loves it. I don't feed her toast or cereal or anything like that, but I think that stuff is not going to kill her if she eats a piece of bread. I'm not going to have a conniption fit. What matters the most for Shannon is her daughter's health, and she's doing perfectly fine with the diet. She explains, I don't want there to be any disordered eating around here. Females particularly have enough problems with eating disorders. I want Grace to eat what makes her feel good. As mentioned earlier, Shannon is a health and wellness coach and is also an owner of a website named My Food Religion. Thanks to her extensive knowledge that she gained during her studies, she knows that what changes a human life completely is food. Apart from running her website, she also gives private classes and holds workshops teach people about different healthy recipes. So what Grace and Shannon are doing today is Grace still liking the food. Grace made her way to kindergarten in August 2018, and it was nothing short of a special day for Shannon Cooper. She shared her overwhelming feelings with her followers by expressing her ecstasy and bewilderment at seeing her baby growing so fast. Shannon said, "Slow down, baby. How is my baby girl almost off to kindy? As much as she drives me nuts some days, I know this time will be gone in the blink of an eye." Shannon has no intention of forcing her way of life on her daughter when she grows up. But for now, Grace is really enjoying her paleo diet and sticks to it even when she goes off for vacation in Mykonos, Greece. In the picture, the duo is eating strawberries. Shannon Cooper maintains that the paleo diet is equally fun as compared to the regular diets. She has compiled many mouthwatering recipes on her blog and social media accounts that makes us believe that paleo diet is actually fun. Instagram is the place where she enlightens the world with her yummy food recipes. One of them is nut-free, no-bake fig and quinoa bars. That is not only carb-free, but extremely delicious too. Additionally, you don't have to go through the pain of baking quinoa bars. So paleo is not limited to food only, but according to Shannon, is a way of life. She, through her channels, has also rooted for meditation. She also encourages her followers to use innovative products to help others in sleep, as according to her, consuming good food is not enough for keeping the body healthy. She makes optimum use of her social site account in educating others on health, food, and lifestyle. Shannon can't wait to share her thoughts and things with her daughter when she grows up. She will keep her daughter well informed about the different types of diets so that she could choose the best one for herself. She is confident once her daughter would know about all the diets out there that she would go for the paleo diet only and would be proud of her decision. Shannon Cooper is not one of those who supports any old health brand just because they are old. Before expressing her opinion about a product, she tries and tests that. It is only when she is satisfied with the product that she gives them a space on her website. Shannon has a huge trust on health websites like Primal Phoenix, Cleanse Skincare, Crema Coffee Garage. Shannon is a multi-talented woman. Besides being a mother, bacon addict, health and wellness coach, coffee lover, she is a writer too. She loves to share her recipes with her followers on her ebooks. The woman has written 3 ebooks that are filled with tasty paleo recipes. She wants to let people know that a person can actually lead a healthy life by sticking to gluten-free, no dairy, and no grains and sugar diet. She is a traveler too. She loves to travel around Australia in order to inform others about her paleo diet. She also collaborates with other health professionals and bloggers to help make people more aware of the diet. She has a belief that the paleo diet has indeed cleansed her body from within and has imbued a sense of confidence in her. The mother and daughter love to look same to same. They have a similar cooking apron, sleepwear attire, and the same habit of eating healthy. She uploads many pictures of Grace on her social media, and one of the reasons is to show her critics how happy Grace is after being a part of paleo diet. Though there are a great number of critics, the number of her fans are not lesser. Her fans keep admiring and encouraging her for doing such a good thing. Her website, named My Food Religion, is full of her fans' praise for her. Shannon believes that people should follow what they want to do instead of following others' advice. However, she is confident that once people begin to get on this diet, they get hooked to it.